You wasn't hardcore when you got here. Don't be hardcore. Everybody like, oh, E.T., you from the street. Bruh, I don't want to be a high school dropout. I don't want to be urban. I wish I could have been Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I ain't grew up like that. I grew up Martin. I didn't grow up Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I wish I did. It would have been easier. I'm not like this because I want to be like this. I'm a high school dropout because my daddy wasn't in my life. You don't want this. I'm not hard because of the streets. I'm hard because my daddy wasn't in my life. I'm hard because I couldn't read or write by the time I was in the 12th grade before I dropped out. I didn't drop out because I wanted to. I dropped out because they told me you ain't about to graduate. You're going to have to come back here next year. Don't nobody want to go to Detroit public schools at 19 years old. You don't want to get joked on, so I quit. You don't want this. But you know how it is. Everybody wants you to be what they are, and if you don't be what they are, they're going to hold on to your values. You're only going to be here for 4, 5, 6 years. You're going to do the rest of your life with your values. So figure out what they are and stick to them. Now, write something down. What are your values? I don't care. Write them down. Know what they are. You're going to get tested. I'm still getting tested. There's people like, hey, E.T., you could have been on the Breakfast Club. I'm like, I'm good on that. I'm good on that, bro. I don't need to be on TV. I don't need to be on TV. I got campuses. I got kids in high school. I don't need to be on TV. I don't need nobody. I don't need another person to validate me. I validate myself. I'm good on that. I'm good on being on TV for 3 minutes. I'm not trying to fly 5 hours to be on a TV show for a 3-minute segment, then I got to get back on the plane and go home. I'm good. I'll do it organically. I'm straight. I'm going to be all right. I know my God will open up doors for me. My faith will open. I don't need nobody else to open up no doors for me. Because sometimes when the wrong person open up a door, it's a favor you got to give them that ain't right. I'm good on that. I want you to be good in yourself. I want you to be authentic. Like, come get an education, but be you while you getting one. This is a very important session. I do it every year. What do you believe? What's important to you? Now write this down. Negotiables and non-negotiables, right? There's going to be some non-negotiables that I need you to say, under no circumstances will I do this. Under no circumstances am I going to do this. 3 people volunteered. Give me that. What's that? Under no circumstances am I doing this. Letting a person take over? Depression. Yep, that's big. Why would you be depressed, though? What would be the reason for being depressed, y'all? Say it again. Okay, but don't say that, because people say that and then that becomes our reality. Watch the words that come out of your mouth. So be honest with me. It's only one reason somebody would be stressed. Why would you be stressed? So there's some pressure, right? But is it really pressure or perceived pressure? I want y'all to think about that. And so there's a pressure to graduate in what? But is that a real pressure? It's not about graduating in 4 years. It's about 120 credits. I'm sorry. I could be. Am I right, Murray? It's 120 credits. This ain't no doggone sprint. This is a marathon. Does everybody finish a marathon at the same time? So then why should we finish college at the exact same time? What's the hurry? So that's what I mean. A lot of the pressures that you feel, they're not real. He said to me once, he was behind. I said, what? You're 21 years old, who you behind? Like, I'm confused, but then it made sense. His 3 homies went to the NBA from Michigan State. So I'm like, oh, you behind. Oh, he was, I got you. He was number 12 in the draft. I got you. Oh, his second contract was 80 mil. I got you. Them your home. Oh, your homeboy won the the NBA finals. Oh, I got it. But was he really behind? I'm just being honest. Was he really behind? If he compared himself to some kids over in Africa, is he behind? If he compared himself to some kids in Detroit, he got a 4-year degree from Michigan State. Is he really behind? But a lot of times you think you're behind because you on that what? Where y'all get that from when you feel like you're behind? What do you own that's telling you behind? Say it again. Somebody said it. Say it again. Which videos? Social media. I feel sorry for y'all. I ain't know what rich was when I was coming up. Everybody on the block had the same stuff. I mean, for real, how many of y'all grew up in the city? Everybody's house pretty much looking the same on the block that you grew up. Which one of y'all grew up on the neighborhood where one house was 200,000, another house was $1 million, and another house was 1.5 million? How many of y'all grew up in that kind of community where it was that different? Okay, how many of y'all grew up where most of the houses cost the same amount in your neighborhood? They were pretty much the same range. How many of y'all in y'all neighborhood, y'all parents drove, pretty much everybody in the neighborhood drove about 3, 4 cars that's the same? Who drove a Rolls Royce in y'all neighborhood? I'm just being real, most of us don't have that experience. Come on, who had a Lamborghini on your block? Most of us didn't. Who had a Honda? Who had a Honda in your neighborhood? you feel what I'm saying? Everybody had a Honda or a Ford. Anybody have a Ford in your neighborhood? They had a Ford. I'm just saying, the internet is a dangerous thing because when we grew up without the internet, you only saw what was on your block and wasn't nobody really going. Does that make sense? So it's no real pressure. It's perceived pressure. It's internet pressure. Internet ain't real.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T. Flight Assessment 2.0. Look, I love the assessment so much that it took me to a whole nother level. Like I'm telling y'all think I've always been here. I promise you, there was a time I was lost. I'm just being real. There was a time that I was just shooting. I didn't know what to aim for. Like, I didn't know. And so I wasn't making the money I'm making now. I didn't know, y'all. I had a gift. I didn't really know what the gift was. I didn't know how to use it. I remember struggles in my marriage because I didn't know who I was, struggled with my kid. So the flight assessment was phenomenal because it changed my life. It gave me a sense of clarity that I've never had before. Like, it showed me my value and it showed me like how to market my value, how to understand my value, how to sell my value, like how to put a price tag on what I was worth. I didn't know before. I was watching other videos, watching other people, mimicking other people, trying to do what other people were doing. It didn't work, y'all. And then boom, this assessment showed me me. Now I'm gonna be honest, while I love the assessment, it was on some PhD stuff. Like, it was like an advanced degree. So I took the flight assessment 2.0 and simplified it for you. Flight assessment now is a pilot, a flight attendant, a ground crew, air traffic control. Like, I simplified it with symbols and words that you can understand so that you can immediately take it and boom, and do something with it. You're going to be able to use it immediately. You're going to figure out who you are, why you tick, what you do, and then you're going to be able to boom, take who you are and what you do and put it in the marketplace and make money. Listen to me very closely. Not only are you gonna figure out who you are, you're gonna figure out who everybody around you is, and guess what? You're gonna slow life down. You're gonna slow the game down, and you're gonna be able to do and be and have stuff you've never had before. So do me a favor, listen to me. In 15 minutes, your whole life is gonna change. Like, I revamped the whole thing. I made the investment. I studied this thing for 5, 6 years. I studied you. I got it, y'all. I got it. It's gonna take 15 minutes. And in 15 minutes, you gonna know you like you've never known you before. You're gonna have resources. You're gonna have the people that's gonna be able to help you. You're gonna be able to go, be, do, have everything you've ever dreamed of. You're gonna speak with clarity. You're gonna move with clarity. You're gonna think with clarity. You're gonna write with clarity. And that clarity is gonna open up doors that you never imagined that could be open. Are you hearing me? So I went from a YouTube sensation to the #1 motivational speaker in the world. So I want you to do me a favor. Act right now. Don't think, don't overthink, right? Make the investment. Don't spend no money. Make the investment. You're gonna get your money back. Click the button, register, sign up, and do me a favor, bro. I promise you, when you do, after that 15 minutes, you are about to make the rest of your life the best in your life. It's your boy E.T. The flight assessment has revolutionized my life and my family's life and my family's coming life. Let it revolutionize you and your family to come.